At just 10 years old, Bronny James had college offers from Duke and Kentucky. By high school, he had 7 million Instagram followers. Today, he's shooting worse than Shaquille O'Neal's career three-point percentage. This is the story of how too much, too soon, led to the tragic downfall of basketball's most famous son. When LeBron James first stepped onto an NBA court in 2003, the basketball world knew they were witnessing history. But no one could have predicted how his legacy would extend beyond his own achievements to become a cautionary tale about the crushing weight of expectations. Born on October 6, 2004, to LeBron and Savannah Brinson in Akron, Ohio, Bronny James never had a chance at a normal life. While other kids would grow up playing basketball at local parks without anyone watching, Bronny's first basketball moves were already making headlines across the world. By the time he was 10 years old, his highlight videos were drawing national attention. College coaches were already keeping tabs on him, with ESPN reporting that he held offers from Duke and Kentucky by 2016. Every youth game became a spectacle, so much so that in July 2018, a game had to be canceled when a fan wearing a Michael Jordan jersey heckled his father and was denied entrance. Presentation of challenge. Think about the toughest moment you faced in your life. Now imagine facing that moment while millions of people watch, comment, and judge your every move. That's been Bronny's reality since childhood. Every missed shot became a trending topic. Every good game brought questions like, is Bronny as good as his dad? The pressure wasn't just about living up to the James name, it was about doing it in an age where social media turns every moment into breaking news. Standing at just 6 feet 1.5 inches, Bronny couldn't replicate his father's physically dominant style. While LeBron entered the NBA as a ready-made superstar, Bronny struggled to find his identity on the court. Each step of his basketball journey became a media circus. At Sierra Canyon, ESPN had announced that they would air 15 of Bronny's high school games, a level of coverage never seen before for a prep athlete. Playing alongside five-star recruits Brandon Boston Jr. and Zaire Williams, Bronny's every move was scrutinized. His father had to bar him from giving interviews, trying to shield him from the relentless pressure, but the protection could only extend so far. The media couldn't ignore the striking difference between Bronny's high school career and his father. While LeBron was dominating headlines with 30-point games and Sports Illustrated covers as the chosen one, Bronny's modest improvements became subjects of debate and criticism. His journey through Sierra Canyon tells the story of modest progress, from 4.1 points per game as a freshman to 14.2 points as a senior. Basketball scouts who had followed both careers noted that while LeBron played with fearless dominance, Bronny seemed to carry the weight of expectations in every movement, often appearing hesitant and overly conscious of potential mistakes. The development. After high school, Bronny committed to USC, where the real challenges would begin. Before the cardiac arrest, he had shown flashes of potential. His defensive intensity and basketball IQ drew praise from coaches, but the offensive numbers never matched the hype. In March 2023, he was projected as a top 10 pick in the 2024 NBA Draft, with ESPN NBA draft analyst Jonathan Givony describing him as the most improved prospect in the country. This projection would prove to be devastatingly premature. Then came July 24, 2023, a day that changed everything. At approximately 9:26 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, during what should have been a normal practice at USC's Galen Center, Bronny collapsed. The world stood still as news broke that he had suffered cardiac arrest caused by a congenital heart defect. The cardiac episode didn't just threaten his basketball career, it exposed the fragility of the entire father-son NBA dream. His return to basketball 5 months later initially seemed triumphant, but the reality proved different. Despite being medically cleared to return, observers noted a distinct change in his playing style. The aggressive defensive stance that had been his trademark seemed muted. His shooting form, while mechanically sound, lacked the confidence of his high school days. In his collegiate debut against Long Beach State, he finished with just 4 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block off the bench in an 84-79 loss. On December 30th, he did manage to score a career-high 15 points against Oregon State, but such performances became increasingly rare. His college career would end with modest averages of 4.8 points, 2.8 rebounds, and 2.1 assists in 19.3 minutes per game. Climax. Despite these struggles and serious health concerns, the weight of expectations reached crushing levels in the 2024 NBA draft. The Lakers' decision to draft Bronny wasn't just about basketball, it was about fulfilling LeBron's dream, regardless of the cost. Behind the scenes, LeBron's agent Rich Paul had effectively manipulated the draft, warning other teams away from selecting Bronny, even threatening that he would go play overseas in Australia if other teams drafted him. The manipulation of the draft process became even more apparent when reports surfaced that Bronny had received workout invites from at least 10 NBA teams, but only visited a few, including the Lakers and Phoenix Suns. The message was clear: this was a predetermined outcome, not a merit-based selection. While other late second-round picks received standard two-way contracts worth $578,500, Bronny secured a 4-year, $7.9 million deal with $4.35 million guaranteed as the 55th pick. The rush to the NBA would prove premature. His summer league performance exposed the devastating gap between expectation and reality. Among all rookies, not just drafted players, but undrafted ones too, Bronny ranked last in nearly every significant statistical category. His shooting percentages were historically poor, 26% from the field and 4% from three-point range. In one particular game, he scored 17 points on 17 shots in a 50-point loss, the definition of empty statistics in garbage time. Even the G League, meant to be a sanctuary for development, only highlighted his limitations. In his debut, despite playing 31 minutes, he managed just 6 points on 2 of 9 shooting, while his undrafted teammate Quincy Oliveri posted 28 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists in the same game. Conclusion: looking back now, Bronny's story stands as a warning about the weight of legacy and the dangers of rushing development. His journey isn't just about basketball statistics, it's about a young man crushed under expectations so immense they would break most adults. Former NBA star DeMarcus Cousins voiced what many whispered: the Lakers' handling of Bronny wasn't helping anyone, least of all Bronny himself. At his absolute best, analysts suggest Bronny could develop into something like a Derek White or Drew Holiday kind of player. More realistically, think Davon Mitchell or DeAnthony Melton. The biggest concern isn't just his current performance, but the message it sends to the future of the NBA. When we start prioritizing name recognition over merit, it damages the integrity of the game. Every roster spot in the NBA should be earned, not given. Every contract should reflect a player's actual value and potential, not their family connections. So what's your take on Bronny's journey? Has the pressure of living up to the James name been too much? Share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think this will affect future father-son duos in professional sports? Don't forget to like and subscribe to more stories that go beyond the headlines.